Hello everybody, we are going to make the cutest COVID card today. I know, you guys are going to love this card. Are you ready to see it? Let me show you. Isn't that cute? Come on, let's make it. Welcome to my second video. I'm going to show you a really cool card that I gleaned from another gentleman who did this card that was so cute, and I decided to use our Stampin' Up! Paper and teach it to you. And we will be using the donation download that you can purchase, and with your purchase all of the money is donated to the two organizations that we're sponsoring. And you can find that information over at Signed in Ink Facebook page. That's my business page. So you can go look over there for that information. So let's get started. So we're going to start with the lovely lipstick cardstock, and I'm going to show you how to trim with our trimmer. So the first thing we want to do is we want to cut very thin slivers of cardstock. The first one is going to be 1/8. And it really doesn't matter exactly if it's an 1/8, it's just a really thin sliver is what we're going to need. So that's one. We're going to do a second one. And 2, and then we're going to need 1/4 of an inch, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that now. So now we have 1/4 of an inch. We're going to use our tear tape. To line the whole strip, okay? That aside. And then we're going to do the other two really thin strips, and we're going to put them side by side on our 1/4 inch tear tape. And we're going to do the second one here. And now we're going to use a pair of scissors to cut up the edge to separate them. So anyhow, we have our 3 strips that we're going to be using later, okay? So I'm going to put those aside. And now I want to prepare my base get that ready for the card. So I'm going to have pineapple punch. I already cut it at 5.5, and now I'm going to score. I'm scoring at 4.25. That's ready. And now I'm going to use Lovely Lipstick. And I'm going to cut my base at 3.5 by 4. Excuse me, 3.5 by 5. And then 3.5. And now I'm going to use a die to cut out around the edge. I'm going to use this die. So now here's my die. And now I'm going to cut soft suede is cut at 3.25 by 4.25. I'm going to use this die to cut it out. We have that. Now, what I want to do is I want to do an embossing folder. So I'm going to be using the new Costal weave that matches the stamp set. Timeless Tropical. And it has matching dies. So I'll be using that. Beautiful. I love this. Now we're going to proceed to make the surprise part of our card, okay? So what we're going to use is this DSP. It matches the Timeless Tropical. I'm going to cut this at 2 3/4 by 2 1/8. If you don't know where your 1/4 is, you go to 2, go to 1/4, and then go back about 2 lines, and that will give you the 2 1/8, okay? going to go ahead and do cut 2 for now. Now we're going to bring in our score, Simply Scored. So this is our Simply Scored. And I'm going to place this in, I'm going to put this in the corner going horizontally. And now we're going to score at a half, 5/8, 1 inch, 1 1/8 inches, 1 1/2 inches, and 1 5/8. Now we're going to score all the lines, and they're going to be an up and down valley, okay? On the first line at the top, we're going to fold it this way. Then we're going to fold the second line down. We're going to fold like a fan, okay? Okay. Now, we're going to make sure that all of these folds are on top of each other, okay? Like so. Now, this is going to be the front of my card for the front, and I'm going to now tape the back. We're going to bring in what we used, the sticky strip, on here. I'm going to flip it over and tape down the sides with this. Now make sure it's taped down good. So I'm going to use my bone folder to tape this down real good. Now we're going to do the other side. Save that for later, because we're going to need this later. Now we're going to use our thin strips. Now we're going to add some to the front here and here. Starting to look like what? Isn't that cute? Okay, now we're going to add the ribbon part for the mask, okay? So I'm using our 1/8 inch strip. This is a lovely lipstick ribbon. That's 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to be using 2 1/4, okay? Excuse me, 2 3/4. Turn it over, oops, turn it over, and we're going to use glue dots to add the ribbon, okay? Isn't that cute? It's a mask. Isn't that cute? Okay, now we want the mask to stay up and not be flat. Some of you may want to maintain the flatness for mailing purposes, but if you want it to really look like a mask on a person, I'm going to show you how to do this. So you stretch it out. And then we're going to use that 1/4 inch you're going to pull it apart so that it will stay upright, okay? And now it looks like a mask. Cute, huh? So let's finish our card, okay? Our base. my favorite part. Remember, I was telling you that there are downloaded words and sentiments for the spreading sunshine that Stampin' Up! Is using to donate to the World Health Organization and United Way. Well, this sentiment is from that download. I miss your face. We're going to use dimensionals. Before I put that down, I'm going to show you something else that I did. I'm going to stamp the flowers from the Timeless Tropical with lovely lipstick. And I'm going to use a blend pen to spread out some of that red to make it more soft. Now we're going to do the pineapple. But I'm going to use markers. I'm going to use the felt tip. Now the pineapple, the body of the pineapple is the pineapple punch. And now I'm going to use the lighter green. This is mint macaron. Add more dimension, I'm going to use the Granny Apple green. And I just added a little bit of color here and there, okay? Then we stamp it. I'm going to use the dies to cut them out. Now I'm going to take it to the Big Shot and cut them out. Now I'm going to add dimensionals. Now let's finish our card. So what do you think? Cute. Thank you for joining me today. Have a good day. Bye. Some of you may ask, how would you mail that? Because the card is upright and it won't mail, it will go flat once it's sent. Well, yeah, it's going to cost a little bit more money to mail, but let me show you a cool way you can mail them, okay? So we sell on page 173 of the large catalog. It's 10 boxes that are clear for $7. Let me show you what it looks like. So you can open up the box. These boxes are typically used for flat cards that you will make for somebody and give as a gift, but we want to mail this mass card so it won't get flattened, okay? So now we're going to put the address on. So I'm going to do some stamping. And you can add the address here and here, and then what you'll do is you will tape it all shut really nice and clean, and you can mail it in the mail. You'll have to pay extra and ask them to hand cancel. It's called hand canceling instead of going through the machine. It will cost extra, but it will be worth it. The person who receives your card is going to be touched. I miss your face. And then you just tape it shut. The address will be here, and you send it in the mail. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Have a nice evening. Bye.